Well, hello, my art besties. How are you today? You are watching this because it's Sunday, and Sunday is a fun day at Awesome Art School for all the clubs. So, this email is especially for all of my Fab Drawing Club members, Mixed Media Society members, and Celtic Collective members as well. That's right. So every Sunday, I send out an email that kind of recaps what we're doing right now, shows you what's coming up, and a little behind the scenes here and there as it comes up as well. I'm actually, fun fact, just coming back today as you're watching this from the Highland Games at Grandfather Mountain in North Carolina. I go every year, and I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. It's a whole day of sweating and haggis and people in full costume, and I am here for it. I freaking love it. So I will be sure to include a fun little photo for you so you can get a little sense of the vibe. But I'm Scotland obsessed, and the Highland Games are magical. Although why they have it in July is beyond me. It is beyond. It's a horrendous time. It's the worst time to have them. I don't know what they're thinking. Like October would be great, but anyways, I digress. So I hope whatever you're doing today is super duper fun. Let's talk about what's going on in the clubs. So we have a new lesson today for Mixed Media Society members, a new lesson tomorrow for Celtic Collective, and Drawing Club has a live coming up this Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern time. So we have a big full week this week. If you want to download the calendar, you can click that right there. I sent out an email on Friday all about the art swap. We compiled everything you need to know about it onto a web page, so you can click that black button to read how it's all going to work. And if you're in, just reply back that you're a yes. If you're not interested, you don't need to reply back. But if you're a yes, just reply back with I'm in, or yes, I'm in, whatever. And we'll add you to the list. That way we're not pestering anyone with emails if you're not interested. It's totally optional, but also tons and tons of fun. And it's only open to club members at Awesome Art School. So it's all about connection, not perfection. So don't worry about making a masterpiece. We're just exchanging some love with one another in the mail. It's so nice. So that's it. It's not a huge thing. It's just a little token of love for a fellow club member. Totally optional and tons of fun. Okay, Drawing Club member, let's go through each of the clubs one by one. So our last live, we did this Airbnb, and I'm so sorry, but I have to use the term Airbnb for a tree house that's going to be coming up in my next book. But please know, you guys are my OG. Like, we did this first Airbnb together. So here's looking at you, Drawing Club. So when you see that in my upcoming book, you'll know this all stemmed from Fab Drawing Club. That is where I got the inspiration. I'm doing a big tree house. I don't know if you saw it. I posted it on Facebook and on Instagram. If you want to catch up and see what I'm doing for all the books, you can go to my Facebook page or my Instagram page. And I've been showing a lot of sneak peeks as I do them. And so I'm doing a big house, a big whimsical house way up in a tree. So I'm calling that one an Airbnb too, because it's also up in the sky. So, but this is the original for sure. Love you guys so much. And I love seeing all your different varieties of this. Have been super creative, and there are no two are alike. And it's been super fun to see them all. So if you're a club member and you haven't done that one yet and you want to, you can just click that little pink button right there and get right onto it. The last week you got your new monthly lesson, recorded lesson, which was this Laughing Out Loud girl. So she's the last one in the Laughing Out Loud expressions, and these have been so super cute. Again, no two are the same, and I just relish looking at all the different dresses and some the head tilts. That is a really bad backwards rendition of that word. Anyways, the head tilts are all over the place, and everyone is so quirky and so adorable. I cannot get enough. So I love seeing them. I think the draw, I said it wrong again. The trace, draw, check method seems to be doing really well. So we're going to keep working on that. If you want to go ahead and do that lesson, then just click that little old link right there and you can go right to it. Our next workshop, that's going to be live. And don't worry if you miss, I record them all and they go right into the club again. We're going to be doing this little girl. So cute. So we're going to be drawing her in pencil. And then I'm going to be using watercolors to color her in. So I'm very excited. Look at her toe. Look at her big toe. Like that, for me, that's what put me over the edge. I was like, oh, I need to draw that big toe. I'm really going to need to draw that. I think she's cute as a button. So I can't wait to see how she turns out. I'm so looking forward to that. So that's 3 p.m. on Thursday. Again, don't worry if you miss. It is you can watch the replay. All right. And if you want to go check out something else, you can take the tour right there. If you're not in another club and you want to join, don't forget we have our Wonder Bundle deal, which is the buy two, get one free. So you can always add another club and then you get the third for free. Just email me back and let me know if you're interested. And it's super easy to do. Okay. Mixed Media Society, you are up next. So our latest workshop in the Mixed Media Society was this whimsical house. This was standard hamburger. So if you're new to my hamburger system, it's just my favorite signature way of layering up my art supplies. And we use the same art supplies for all the hamburgers, no matter what it is. So you can do animals, houses, potion bottles, faces, figures, all hamburger. And in fact, the whole last, I think maybe 8 lessons that we've had have all been the hamburger method, including your new lesson today, which is Shiny Hat Heidi. She's super sexy. She's the oldest sister of the the threesome. I don't know why I can't talk. I'm very excited. This was the threesome. This is our trilogy of sisters. This is our triptych of family, and she is the last one. The other two on either side, we had Big Bowed Betty and we had Pretty Eye Peggy. And so this rounds out the 3. These are all made with the hamburger system again. And so are the Groovy Grandmas. These are all the same method over and over and over. So just because you're using your same art supplies doesn't mean they have to look anything alike, but it does mean you're using the same adhesive, the same sealants, the same pit pens or pigment pens, the same everything. So yeah, I know a lot of people are like, I'm scared to get into mixed media because the supplies are a big investment, but not if you use the same ones for every single project. Then I'm saving you a ton of money. You're welcome. You're so welcome. And it's so fun. All right. So if you want to start Big Shiny Hat Heidi, you can do so by clicking that little button right there. And then all of these recent ones are all in the same funky faces and figures section. So if you want to just go to that section and see all of your choices, I put the button right there for your convenience. And I hope you enjoy and binge away. Oh, and if you are new to the hamburger system and you want to know more about each layer, don't forget you have the hamburger accelerator. I'm just going to show that real quick. I just wanted to remind Mixed Media Society members, if you're new and you're like, what? I'm really feeling really overwhelmed about the hamburger system. If you scroll down, this is your dashboard. Okay, you log in, you'll end up on your library. And this goes through, this is true for everyone. When you log in, you'll get landed at my library, and then you just pick the club that you are in. So this would be Mixed Media Society. And if you scroll down, see this awesome hamburger accelerator in hot pink. I made it hot pink because if you're new to my world and you're feeling overwhelmed, or you want to learn about the different layers of the hamburger, I would head to the accelerator. And this is I literally broke out the hamburger system into different stages, and we do like a deep dive into like what all of the different substrates are. We go layer by layer and we like hone in on that one art supply that's at that layer. And we talk about like what your alternatives are, what your different options are. And for each one, there's also a full lesson using just the one supply. So you can like really wrap your brain around like, what is that one supply? And you learn them. And then when you're finished going through all these, you are rock solid on what the hamburger system means, all the supplies at each layer. And then you can go to any of the hamburger lessons and you can just search for hamburger, and there's a whole slew of different projects that you can find that all use the same layering system. And there's tons and tons of them. Animals, lots of faces, and there's multiple pages of these. All right, so just wanted to be sure to show you that. All right, let's head back over to our newsletter. Whoop. Okay. And if you need a refresher of how to get to like kind of what I just did, you can go take the club tour right there. And then moving on to the Celtic Collective, the next live for Mixed Media Society is next week, is the week after this one. Celtic Collective, our last live was Laughing Larry the Gnome. Super fun, seeing tons of renditions of this guy everywhere, which has been great. I did mine in my rough cut journal and Lucy did hers on cold press. So if you want to watch that, absolutely dive in, enjoy. And then this month in July is all about hair. We're doing a deep dive on hair. So this is Lucy's lesson that came out last Monday. And then this is mine, which comes out tomorrow. So we always do 7th, 14th, 21st for the Celtic Collective. So stay tuned. These are a coming. And I'll send you, Celtic Collective members get a separate email tomorrow with the links and everything. You can go right to the new lesson. And then if you need a club tour, you can go here to enjoy that. And our next live workshop will be on the 21st. Yes, so much all the time. So much fun. That being said, please remember there's no getting behind in the club. It's just like having access to all of Netflix where you like literally can't watch everything. So just enjoy where you're at. Enjoy. There's no order that you need to do things with unless you want an order or a curriculum. There is a place for beginners in all 3 clubs. And if you need help finding where you should be starting, if you're new, just let me know. I'm happy to direct you, and never feel like, I hope you don't ever feel pressured to do what we're doing exactly when we're doing it, because like I said, every live workshop is just folded into the club and you get forever access to everything. Past, present, and future all stays. All right, so that is it for this week. Here are some quick links for your convenience. I redid my video on how to log in since things are looking a little bit different. There's one little difference in that now. When you go to the regular front-facing web page, there's 2 buttons at the top that say current members, click here, current members, click here, and people are still not clicking there and they're still getting lost. So if you want to review that login video, that might be helpful for you. Just another refresher on how to get in and how to get around. And also you need to be logged in order for the buttons in this email to work. So it might be a good idea to watch that in case you're like, why aren't these buttons working? You just need to log in. And the second blue link is share your club lessons in the private Facebook group. And then if you want to share your personal work, you're going to put that in the big Facebook group. So those are links to each one of those. If you haven't caught up on my latest YouTube video, I did a huge video on how to get past the damn ugly phase. Like, it's a challenge. It will beat you down. And I show you how I got through 10 of my worst ugly phases. They're all club lessons, except for one, which was a Scotland Stones and Stories lesson. But hopefully looking at my crazy, ugly, disgusting, ridiculous, ugly phases and what happens after we go through them will hopefully motivate you to, or at least enlighten you to realize there is a world beyond the ugly phase. So I cannot encourage you enough to just keep going. Just keep going. So enjoy that video if you haven't already. And then that is the purple button is your quick links to all of my cheat sheets. I'm up to 39, you guys. I'm very proud of that. They're all over different things. So if you need a refresher, you want to grab any of them. I usually publish ones along with my YouTube videos. So if you're watching my YouTube videos and you're like, I want that, you have them all already. You don't have to chase me. Okay. You guys all have complimentary access to my Neat Suite, which is where all the cheat sheets are stored. And that is a $12 a month subscription by itself. So congrats, you get that totally for free just for hanging out with me. So yay. And then this is last but not least, this is just a refresher of the hashtags. Just a reminder that club hashtag should only be used for club lessons because that's how we communicate with each other. Like, hey, this was a club lesson in case you want to do it too. So try to not use those when you're not doing club lessons or else it's super confusing. But these are the hashtags you can add to your links when it's relevant. And hopefully that's self-explanatory. So if you're watching the YouTube video, like the donkeys from last week, and you're doing a donkey, then you can use Karen's YouTube. If you're doing like a Widow Women from the book, then you can use Karen's art books. So I think that's pretty self-explanatory, but I still see very strange usages of these, I think, sometimes. So I'm just popping that in for a little refresher. Thank you all for being so awesome. I wish you the very best on your journey this week. Remember, we're all on different journeys. People have come with all huge different ranges of experiences and skills. We were all beginners at some point. Tons of us are late bloomers, late art bloomers, myself especially. So if you're feeling a little insecure about your skills or your level, please don't. You are in such good company. It is not even funny. So we are all here together to support one another. And it is a pleasure to serve you for yet another week. I will see you all in the Facebook group and have an amazing time. And if you're going to do the art swap with us, just reply back, yes, I'm in, if you haven't already. And I'll talk to you next week. And I'll see Drawing Club members on Thursday at 3 p.m. for our live. All right. Have a great week, everyone. Bye.